In the game of football, you want to make sure you get the calls right. It makes the game better.
For the kids, for the coaches, and all the hard work, we want to make sure we're getting it right. Officials are not perfect, they're human, there's human error.
We want to get it right. Every official wants to get the play right.
SkyCoach, with what we're able to use now, has helped make sure we get plays right.
Replay really only existed in the NFL and Division I, and in a matter of 2 years, we brought it to all levels of college football.
Whether it's for your team, against your team, if it's the right call, you're not asking for favors, you just want to try to get things correct.
Well, we've got one more tool that we can use every week to make sure these calls are correct. I'm proud of the way we've used it.
A lot of our schools have really great systems, video systems. Their jumbotrons are great for what the fans are looking at. The fan could see what they saw. By rule, we're not able to use that. It's not allowed.
When you're sitting at home watching the game on the MIAA network, they replay it, they slow motion it. So they're sitting there getting it right on TV. All your family and your friends are texting you, oh, that you got messed out of that call or whatever.
Now with SkyCoach, I had that opportunity. Actually, we have a better view of probably what they do because we're able to zoom in on it, close in on it, look at those things.
Good to be able to actually throw the challenge flag, get it looked at, and see if you were right. You know, when you're looking at one view, switch to the next view, you leave off where you were in the previous view. And so I think that's huge just so you can simultaneously look at the different views to get the best vantage for the call. But if it's not extending the length of play and it's helping us get calls right, I don't know why more people wouldn't use it.
The referee's able to pull up different cameras that are working and sending plays to our replay iPad, and that official is able to zoom in, fast forward, stop action. This is really what we've been looking for, to provide a solution for replay to happen at the Division II level. It's very successful. We've had 9 weeks of football. There have been 54 calls that have been challenged, and 17 of those have been overturned.
Well, we were in a back and forth ball game with Fort Hays, and they were driving with a little bit of time left in the fourth quarter. Broke off a big run, and one of our linebackers, Richard Jordan Jr., hawked him down and punched it loose.
The call on the field was that the runner was down, the Fort Hays State player was down. They were going to be ready to kick a game-winning field goal.
Everybody screaming, challenge it, challenge it. So I chose to challenge it, and sure enough, the ball was out.
It's clear, and that's what our official saw. Ball out, runner was not down. Calls overturned.
We take possession and kneel it out for the win. Again, that's one of those situations that had we gone with the officials, you know, we would have lost that game.
There are a lot of things that go into whether a team's going to win a game or lose a game, but these are big calls, possession calls.
The game is extremely fast. Sometimes that stuff's really hard to see in real time. When you get a young man that's maybe getting a targeting call and he's at risk for sitting out half a game the next game or looking at a suspension because of that call, it really gives you the opportunity to go back and get it right.
You know, a targeting call can affect not only the player that got hit, but also the individual that gets flagged for it, and you want to make sure that the results are right. Sometimes I might throw that red flag and it doesn't go my way, but I think I'm pretty good this year. I think I'm close to 50-50.
Everything's been going well. Our coaches have learned when to challenge a play and when not to, and we still review every targeting call, and it has not added any length to our game.
SkyCoach, they shipped each of our campuses the equipment they needed. They trained all of the staff how to set it up, where's the best place to capture the signals you need from each of the cameras. They're a great company that stands behind their product, and they're there to help.
The feeling that a D2 coach, official, fan, player, we feel just like the D1 people. We're all the same.
Historically, replay's been available in the NCAA, but the way the NCAA rule was written, it really restricted replay to be at the highest level of Division I football.
D2 and D3, we don't have the money to do what they do, but we have the same coaches, the same players, and our players, our fans, our coaches feel like we're something because we have replay.
Once we found with SkyCoach a technology that was simple to use, reliable, very customer friendly, a system that we could afford, we got approval from the NCAA to experiment, and then ultimately the NCAA agreed to change the rule.